Hello, assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. As you can share my name on my screen, I am Mrs. Nilufar Ijaz and your biology teacher. I hope you all are fine and safe at home. Today, we are going to start lecture number 20, that is from Chordata and the Vertebrata. This is a continuation. We have done 2 classes. I told you that chordata is divided or further splitted into 5 major groups or the classes. First one we have studied, that was the Pisces, and the second Pisces, in which all the fish were included. Second we studied, that was the class Amphibia. Amphibian belongs to that class like frog, toad, salamanders. Amphibians has a dual nature, that they can survive in water as well as on land. Their early stages or at the time of egg hatching, they are found in water. But when they grown up, they jump into the water. They jump out from the water and pass their time on land. Amphibians has 2 forelimbs and 2 hind limbs. Both the limbs were provided. Anusha, what is your question and for what purpose you are raising your hand? Kindly write it in the chat box. Quickly, hurry up. Otherwise, I am getting late. Anusha, you were raising hand. For what purpose you were raising hand? Write it in your chat box. Then I can come to know what is the problem with you. I think you are just wasting my time. Now come to the class Reptilia. Now student, please don't raise your hand. If you have any question or you have anything, then you can write it in the chat box or we will discuss in the class, because you are coming now and few students, they are not coming, and we hope from the Monday and the Tuesday they will also join us. Now the class Reptilia, and you can see on the screen the characteristics, main characters of class Reptilia. The organism or the animals which belong to class Reptilia are called reptiles. Reptiles are terrestrial, some are aquatic. Just like amphibian, they live on land as well as on water. But what is the major difference between amphibian and reptiles? That the amphibian passes their early stage in water and then the adult stage on the land. While the reptiles, they passes their early stage on the land and then the adult age, they come to the water. Second point, their skin is dry, sorry for inconvenience, there was some problem in the network. Now it is okay. Their skin is dry and covered with epidermal scales. That is their skin. On the skin, they have hard covering. And as you know, that the covering or the skin of crocodile is bulletproof. It is that much strong from the outside. The reptiles, they have four limbs and hind limbs. The reptiles have four limbs and hind limbs. Both the limbs are provided with digits, and at the end of digit, sharp claws are present. Very sharp claws are present. Next is about the jaws. Both the jaws bear teeth. What do you mean by both the jaws? That is the upper jaw and the lower jaw. Both bear teeth. The teeth are very sharp, especially the canine teeth. They are very sharp, so these can tear the insect or the meat of other animals or the flesh of other animals. Most of them, most of them are called cold-blooded animals. I told you before, what is the meaning of cold-blooded? Cold-blooded means the organism or the animals, they survive whatever the environment in which they are found, they survive there, they live there. And the body temperature changeable, it keep on changing. So they are termed as cold-blooded animals. Clear? Now the examples are on the screen. Number one is snake. Number two, turtle. Number three, crocodile. Number four, lizard. All type of lizard. Number five, chameleon. These are the examples of class Reptilia, or they are the reptiles. These examples are included in your syllabus. Very early reptiles were called dinosaurs. They were huge animals, but they do not live now. Majority of the reptiles, they live on land. However, some are also aquatic. But at the time of hatching of their egg, they, if they are in the water, they come out the water and they lay egg on the land. And when the baby hatches out from their eggs, it moves towards the water. Now on your screen, there are some species of snake. You can see this is the picture of a snake. The body is limbless. They are devoid of forelimbs and hind limbs. They are the reptile which are creepers, जिनको रेंगने वाले जानवर कहते हैं. They are without limbs. इनमें limbs नहीं होते. ठीक है, इसमें limbs नहीं होते. Second one is another type of snake. You can observe the body of a snake is also covered with hard scales in this picture, and in this picture. These are the different type of snakes. Now the next is example turtle. We have turtle and tortoise. Turtles are found on land. The first one, the upper picture, they have hind limbs and forelimbs. While in tortoise, the forelimbs is flap-like, so it helps it to move in the water. Number one is the turtle, and this one are tortoise. You can see this is the forelimb, it is flap-like, oar-like, चप्पू की तरह है. So it can swim in the water. Next on the screen, you can see crocodile. Next on the screen, you can see the crocodile. Crocodile, they are the reptiles. They are very dangerous type of reptile. They have a wide mouth which bears very long and sharp teeth. The body is covered by very hard covering, and that covering is bullet proof. अगर आप इसके ऊपर बुलेट से फायर करेंगे तो इसमें कोई सुराग, कोई चीज नहीं होगा. The skin is very useful. It is used for making different things like suitcase, bag, belt, and the other things. These crocodiles, they are very dangerous. If anyone or the cow, buffalo or deer, it come cross or it come near them, they open their mouth, insert their sharp teeth in the body and tear it for their eating purpose. Now the next is lizard. These are the different type of lizards which are mostly found in the jungle. forest. You have commonly observed a house wall lizard. A house wall lizard is familiar to you. It feeds on insects. It feeds on a small insect. It crawls on the wall or even on the ceiling because they have a special kind of adhesive pads on their fingers. These fingers or these adhesive pads work like the cushion to stay on the ceiling. Next on your screen, you can see chameleon. The common word or the in common language, it is called girgit. It has a camouflage property. According to the environment, it can change its colors. Even it has its own color, but for the safety purpose, it changes its color. Now, before going to class 8, I like to tell you something more about the snake. Snakes are the limbless reptiles, yani without forelimbs and hind limbs. Some of them, for example, cobra, are well known for their deadly poison. They have deadly poison, but all the snakes are not poisonous. Its poison is called venom. What it is called? Venom. Venom. It is produced in poison gland located near the upper jaw. In this picture, the mouth is open and somewhere here the glands are present. Poison is injected into the prey through special long pointed teeth called fangs, which can regenerate if broken. The rest of the teeth have nothing to do with injecting poison. In fact, most snakes are not poisonous. It has a long tongue. This is the tongue and it is bifurcated. This is the tongue. This is tongue and it is bifurcated. आगे से दो शाख पे मुड़ी हुई है. It keep on bringing in and out its tongue to maintain its temperature. Now come to the next class, which is class 8. Characteristic you can share on your screen. This class includes all kind of birds. All the birds, they are included in the class A. Number 2, the next point. Externally, their bodies are covered with feathers. On the outside of the body, feathers are present. Forelimbs are modified into wings. That is, they have only hind limbs. Their forelimbs, they change or they convert or they modify into wings which help them to fly. or glide. Mouth is toothless. They don't have teeth in the mouth. Mouth is toothless. And jaws, upper jaw and lower jaw, they prolong into a V, or upper and lower jaw, they form a special structure, and that structure is called beak. The melodious voice of many birds come from a special sound box called syrinx. Just like manna, sparrow, pigeon, parrot, they produce its own kind of voice. They have their own kind of voice. And that voice, for that voice, they have a special box-like structure, and this is called sound box or the syrinx. In our body, the sound box is called larynx, Larynx. But in case of birds, it is called syrinx. Most of the birds can fly with the help of their wings and feathers. They can walk or even swim with the help of their hind limb, that is the leg. Although birds live on land, some birds are also aquatic and can live in water. They lay eggs. They lay eggs, and their eggs are large in size, covered by a hard shell, and contain great amount of reserve food, which is in the form of yolk. So you have seen the egg of. Now come to the examples. examples you can see on your screen: parrot, sparrow, pigeon, and crow. Parrot, sparrow, pigeon, and crow. These are the picture of parrots, the beautiful birds. Parrots are of different type of different countries. These are the sparrow. Sparrows you have seen everywhere. Sparrows you have seen everywhere. These are the pictures of beautiful sparrows. This one, these are the different types. Now the pigeon. On your screen, you can see different type of cute, beautiful, so cute pigeons. They belongs to the class A. This is the pigeon, and this is also one kind, this is another kind, and this is the another kind. Pigeons were used to serve as a mean of dispatching letter in the old times. Pigeon rearing and flying was once a very common sport. Pigeons are among the modern birds which can fly for hours in the sky. Right? Pigeon is used for dispatching letter. पुराने ज़माने में आर्मी में या घरों में इनको ट्रेन किया जाता था और ये लेटर डिस्पैच करते थे. Crow. These are the birds. There are three different type of crows. Some are found on the hilly track areas, and this one is the found on the mountains. This is the common crow found in our locality. This is also the crow found on the mountain. Now the word we have used here, warm-blooded animal. All the pigeons, all the birds, they are warm-blooded. What is warm-blooded means? They can maintain their body temperature, and the body temperature is constant, and it has no effect. It is not affected by the surrounding temperature or surrounding temperature. They have a constant body temperature and they maintain it. Now we have 5 classes in chordata, out of which 3 are cold-blooded: Pisces, amphibian, and reptiles. They are cold-blooded. The remaining 2 classes, that is the aves and the mammal or mammalia, they are warm-blooded animals. Warm-blooded animals mean body temperature of these animals remain constant and do not change with their environment. Those organisms whose body temperature is remain constant or they are warm-blooded. They are crow, duck, and parrot. Crow, their body temperature is constant. They are warm-blooded. Duck, their body temperature constant and they are warm-blooded. Parrot, their body temperature constant and they are warm-blooded. Now the types of birds. There are two types of birds, that is flying birds and the flightless bird. Those birds which can fly over and over in the sky, they are called flying birds. But some birds, they cannot fly. ये मैं 100% श्योर हूँ. Okay, can you share the screen? And Aima Kashif, please do not try to be the host of today's lecture. Now the flightless and the bird, the examples. The flying birds, these birds can fly. They pass most of their time in flying and they also make their nest on the land or on the tree. Examples are eagle, sparrow, and the pigeon. This is the picture of eagle. This is the picture of eagle, sparrow, and the pigeon. Next is flightless birds. These birds cannot fly. They can run or walk on the ground. Examples are kiwi, peacock, ostrich, quail. Our country is rich in all variety of flying birds, but we do not have kiwi and ostrich. This is the picture of kiwi. It is found only in New Zealand. It is found only in New Zealand. This is the picture of peacock. Peacock glide. It do not fly. If it is sitting on the tree or on the branch of tree, it can jump from there. It can glide, but it cannot fly like a sparrow or the crow. This is another beautiful picture of dancing peacock. Ostrich. They are also found in Australia. They are also found in Australia, and we have now we in Pakistan, the pupils are farming their babies and they are trying to produce ostrich here. Next is quail. Quail is a flightless bird. It can run and walk on the land. And now thank you very much for joining me. And before ending of this lecture, there was in this portion, there was some technical issue. We have two types of bird, that is the flightless birds. These birds cannot fly. They can run or walk on the ground. Example, kiwi, peacock, ostrich, quail. Our country is rich with so many kind of birds, but we do not have ostrich and the kiwi. Kiwi is found in New Zealand. Thank you all of you for joining the class, and I request all of you to when we are in the lecture, do not try to disturb